M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Sport and non-sport cards, wrestling items, autographed items. We buy, sell, and trade. M&J Video Games and Collectibles, located at 1049 Queen Street, Southington, Connecticut. Call us at 1-860-479-9223 or 860-93-GAMES. M&J Video Games and Collectibles.
Do you treat your dog as part of the family? Well, so do we. So why not celebrate your pup's birthday with the ultimate party box? Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Party Pup Info, and let us make your pup's party or any celebration perfection.
Question 2, guys. WrestleMania main event. The WWE is now opening up a whole bunch of different options, right? Right after WrestleMania this year, Cody's going to finish the story, but a few things have happened. So here's the question to you guys. There's 3 possible main events for WrestleMania. Roman versus The Rock, Roman versus LA Knight, and Roman versus Cody Rhodes. Please choose what WrestleMania main event you want to see and sell me on why that should be the WrestleMania main event. Opening up this question, the star of the show, Mr. Jimmy Farrow.
Say go.
You're on, Jimmy.
All right. Well, I think it's pretty obvious what I'm going to pick. I'm going with, now look, I can already hear the wrestling purists flipping out. Cody should finish the story. Okay, in principle, I agree. Cody should finish the story, but you cannot, as a company, and you cannot think that the most sexy match is obviously The Rock and Roman Reigns. I want it. I want to see The Rock again. Do I admit The Rock is starting to look closer and closer to the wrestling version of Captain Picard? Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah. I think we're getting ready to beam The Rock out pretty soon. But I still feel like, that's the match. I think everybody wants to see it. It's the sexy match. It's going to make a $1 billion, sponsorships, and new fans, too. Sometimes it's funny, wrestling purists don't think about new fans. Sure, I understand what makes wrestling great. Wrestling's a sport first. It is to most of us, not all of us, but a lot of us from the old days. But, it's changed. And what about new fans? I mean, The Rock is the biggest name in Hollywood, pretty much. This will bring in a whole sea of new people, I'm sure, just out of curiosity. I mean, don't we want that, or we just want to keep it for ourselves? If we do want to keep it for ourselves, then it reminds me of a guy in Queens. Anyway, no. To me, it's The Rock and Roman Reigns. I know it's the Vince McMahon thing, but since when did Andre Hogan, Warrior Hogan...
Well done, Jimmy. Nice round. Good case for the Roman Reigns versus The Rock. Up next, ESO. Which main event do we want to see? You're on the clock.
All right. Well, I have to agree with Farrow. I don't think there's any other choice in that, and that is going with The Rock and Roman. The Rock is bigger than he has ever been, both physically and as far as his superstardom. The guy is everywhere. He prints money just by walking down the street. It's unbelievable. He's a mega crossover star that would bring in fans that would never have even thought of watching wrestling over to watch it. The sponsorship, it would be sponsorship galore. Everybody would be throwing money at Endeavor just to get their name in that arena for that day, for that. Could you imagine? They would do movies just based on that event alone. There'd be movies, there'd be documentaries. Let's face it, Cody's going to have his day at one point. Cody's day in the sun is coming. I do not think it's right now, but it's gonna be in the future. He's a young dude. His what is he? He's 38. So Roman's in his early to mid 40s. He didn't pick up this title run until he was into his into his 40s. So no, Cody's going to have his time in the sun, but right now it would Rock and Roman is money in the bank. I mean, I hate to use that term, but yeah, they have to go that route. It would be everywhere. It would be on every network.
Nice job, Bruce. Way to recover. Well done. Excellent. Phil, the main event for WrestleMania. Give us the case, what it should be. You're on the 30. Go.
As much as I'd love to be a contrarian and offer a different suggestion with these choices, I have to go with the guys so far. And because you talk about a marquee that sells itself, and you can argue, oh, there's been no buildup. The Rock has just popped back into wrestling, but the buildup has been going on now for the past, I don't know, how many years has it been really since the Bloodline thing started? It's money. It's a logical extension of this. It's about tribal chiefdom. I mean, already they're both sporting the Samoan tattoos. This incredible rite of passage that was started by Peter Maivia back in the day. Again, it almost is a way for transitioning Roman to Hollywood, and I certainly don't want to see him leave at all. But I mean, it's kind of ironic that Hollywood has its eye on Roman, and I think probably to some extent he has his eye on Hollywood himself. But we're talking about two athletes who great football experience between the two. I mean, these are legit athletes. These are thoroughbreds. They're workhorses. I'd argue Roman is the better performer even right now, and again, the familiarity that they have with one another, the trust factor would be great to pull off just an incredible match. And this is one I would be thrilled to see. And I mean, it just, it's there, man. It's there for the taking.
Oh, Phil, nice work. And what did you, what was that? What did you call it? Not tribalism. Would you say Romanism? What was that line you came out with?
I don't even remember.
It was good. I'm going to have to play that back. I'll have to play that back.
I will too.
Well, I'm sitting here watching, and I'm thinking Benny the Champion, who had a pretty decent first round, now he's looking and he's going, boy, oh boy, I'm way behind. Yep. Benny, what WrestleMania main event would you choose? You're on the 30. Go.
Well, I mean, it really is a no-brainer because what is WWE? It's a business. What is the purpose of a business? To maximize its revenue. What match out of the three of them will maximize their revenue? There's absolutely no question that it's going to be The Rock and Roman Reigns. You got to take the sentiment out of it because it is a business. I mean, as a fan, I'd want to see one of the other two. But if it was my company and I had to make the call and I knew The Rock was available, there's not a doubt in my mind. I would never hesitate for a second. Now, the big question is, and I think that match will happen without question. The big question is, how will it be booked? Because I do think, although Cody will not be in the main event of WrestleMania, I do think that Cody will capture the title in a relatively short period of time. So the question is, how do you book it? Do you book Roman Reigns clean over Rock, and then just maybe the next pay-per-view or Monday Night Raw, Cody comes on and challenges Roman, and they tease it till the next pay-per-view and the next big one, or maybe you have a draw. I don't advocate having a three-way. I don't think that would work. I think that would detract from the whole intrigue of The Rock and Roman Reigns. I think that match has to happen. I think LA Knight, I mean, if he's still the quote-unquote megastar, then he'll have his time as well.
Well done, Benny. Great bounce back. We got a pretty tight race here, considering, and these are really good conversations, so well done. It's funny how fans, including ourselves, would kick Cody to the curb to have The Rock against Roman Reigns. It's amazing. It really is.
Look at when Hogan was 50. Hogan, he faced The Rock, but The Rock versus Roman, it actually would seem a little bit more competitive. I mean, Hogan at that point was barely moving. The Rock's still in ridiculous shape.
He is.
Yeah.
Question.